Hello Libra, I'm Poetic Heretic, and this is your October 2017 tarot forecast. Do remember you can use these videos for your sun, rising, and moon signs. So this month I am doing a week-by-week forecast where we will have one card for each week, and then the fourth card will be for the rest of the month. And then we'll have a fifth card that sums up the whole month itself. So one card per week, and then a fifth card for the whole month. So let's see what we get. But will the energy for the month of October 2017 be for all those born under the sign of Libra? Let us find out. And the cards are ready. The first week, the Fool. The second week, the Ten of Wands. The third week, the Chariot reversed. The fourth week, the Page of Cups. And the card summing up the whole month, the Queen of Wands. Alright, so let's take a look here. First, I'm noticing already you've got some of your own Libran energy represented by the Chariot card here being a 7, although this card is officially ruled by Cancer, so it's really associated with both signs in its own way. It's ruled by Cancer, but it's associated with Libra, with it being a 7. So you've got some of that kind of energy going on. Let's see, before I go week by week, I'll just say overall, I'm seeing new beginnings quite predominant, and the idea, I guess, of like beginnings and endings, like completion with that Ten of Wands there. And a sort of, perhaps an amount of determination to continue, but let's just go through week by week. So, you're starting off with the Fool for the first week. This is a card of an exciting new adventure, new beginnings indeed. This is the card that depicts the character that goes through all the stages of the major arcana in tarot. So this card has a lot to do with the cycle of life itself, coming full circle, and stuff like that. This card is very much associated with the idea of the sun and its procession through the zodiac and stuff like that. And that, of course, relates to a lot of mythology or whatever about the sun being an actual character that goes through various experiences, and we see that many times repeated in many different cultures, that sort of similar idea. But basically, what this means for you is this first week, and really this whole month, is likely to be a new adventure for you to go on. This month of October, you're perhaps going to take a risk, you're going to take a chance, and if you feel like you're a little bit afraid to do that, this card is sort of encouraging you to take that leap of faith and be more spontaneous. Embrace the unexpected elements of life. For week 2, you have the Ten of Wands. So here we have the idea of hard work and carrying a burden, and that contrasts significantly with the Fool card back here. But so it's like saying one way or another, you probably still have a certain amount of responsibilities you have to take care of, or work you have to take care of, or something like that. But with it being a 10, the implication also is that this may be the completion of some hard work that you've had going on for some time now. This could be your completing that and then setting out on the new journey. Or these things kind of happen around the same time in the first 2 weeks. So that's a good thing. Like the Ten of Wands, sometimes it can indicate feeling burdened and weighed down, but other times with it being a 10 and talking about completion, it can actually talk about the end of that burden, the final thing that you have to do before the burden is released, before you are finished with that great task. So one way or another, that would be it, or like either of those explanations is likely how this energy is going to manifest for you. For the 3rd week, we have the Chariot reversed. So when I interpret this card with the other cards here, because this is one of those cards that can like easily go either way, I would say, I think in this context, the Chariot reversed is indicating emotional problems overcome. So anything that has been bothering you significantly, anything that has been a significant challenge for you, particularly emotionally, in this 3rd week you're seeing the sort of triumph over that. And that goes hand in hand with this idea that we just went over of the release of the burden that we see in the Ten of Wands, and even the going out on the new journey and feeling very light and carefree like the Fool here. That goes right along with the idea of overcoming any emotional issues and stuff like that. In some instances, the reversal of this card could indicate that you might want to exercise your willpower some more. It could indicate that you might want to press forward. And let me think if there's anything else that is... There was a bug. Let me think if there's anything else that is at all likely here before we continue with the Chariot reversed. Just that this might be an indicator of like sort of a major family event or something like that, or a major event around the home. I'm not sure if it would be good or bad, to be honest, because the cards kind of seem to be going other way. Like basically the way it works with that is the Chariot's reversal would almost indicate possibly something not so good happening around the home or family, but the other cards around here are largely positive, and so they're indicating the likelihood of something good. So it is a little hard to say, to be honest, but there might be some major like family event in that 3rd week. And so for the 4th week and the rest of the month, you guys have the Page of Cups. And this card is similar in some ways to the Fool card, in that it's talking about feeling very carefree and creative and spontaneous, But the emphasis here is the creativity and the emotions. Um, it can also be an indicator of like a messenger or synchronicity, synchronistic happenings, your life going with the flow and experiencing many synchronicities. Sometimes this can even indicate the arrival and approach of a lover. So, like a new relationship, a new exciting lover maybe coming into your life. And with the Chariot showing up here, with it being a 7, 7's referring to your sign of Libra, and thus relationships, that just might be the case here. These cards showing up back to back. And even the idea of the Fool here, sort of taking a leap of faith, that could be interpreted as getting into a relationship, meeting a lover, stuff like that. So that's possible. But the other like really big possibility here, I would say, with the Page of Cups is the idea of creativity and imagination, something that you might be working on having to do with art, and or something that just really uses your imagination and creativity and like going with the flow of life. And I think it's interesting in the artwork of the card how the background sky is gray, which almost seems like a blank slate or something, almost indicating that it's a state of just waiting for creativity to splash color onto the scene, to make of it anything you want. Like, it's the idea of blankness, so you can make of it anything you want. Use your imagination, it's encouraging you to use your imagination. And then you see below that the waters of creativity flowing, as the Page of Cups himself stands on what appears to be solid ground. So you have sort of the solid ground of knowing how to work with things in a more material sense, and then you have the flowing waters of emotion and creativity, and then the sky being almost like encouraging you to use your imagination to create something. So some very exciting energy in that area. So for the fifth and final card tying together the whole month, we have the Queen of Wands. So this is a card talking about the energy of fire, all the positive energies of fire, like ambition, stamina, willpower, courage, conviction, being resolute, being sure of oneself, having motivation and inspiration, taking action, using the will to create something or to do something. And so, of course, we see that here also with the Ten of Wands, talking about the will and action. And even the Chariot, in some instances, can refer to that. That's more of like its usual upright meaning, but even reversed, that could be a factor, with especially with the Queen of Wands tying all of this together here. And so, as we look back also to like the Fool, and then through the rest of these cards, it could be like the cards are saying overall, have the courage to step out on that cliff and take that chance and take that leap of faith. Have the courage to start again, to start on a new journey, to go after what you want. And even like release the burden, It's like even if you felt burdened by something, weighed down by something, the message of the Fool card here in particular is that you can get back up and start again. No matter how many times that you're brought down by burdens, you can get right back up and gain a new perspective on things, and start again. You never have to be defeated until you say you're defeated. And so if you never say you're defeated, then you're never defeated. You can get up and you can start again on a new journey. And if it feels like that's what you need to do, then that is what this card in particular is asking you to do this month, especially with the Queen of Wands here, advising you to have that sort of courage. Now, both the Page of Cups and the Queen of Wands are, of course, court cards, and the Page of Cups could refer to a young water sign that may be in your life or enter your life. Remember, that's just a possibility, it's not like definite. And then the Queen of Wands would refer to an adult female fire sign. So, with this card summing up the whole month, that might actually be a little bit more likely. But in either case, these would be people who are helping you this month. They're helpers. They're not reversed. There aren't any significant indicators here of anything like really bad happening or any conflict with anyone. In fact, really the spread is quite positive and optimistic overall. Literally, the worst that it gets is with the Ten of Wands, you might be experiencing a heavy burden, like I said, but even that looks like it's coming to an end really quick. And with the Chariot reversed, there might be like a big event in your family that isn't quite so good, that might be a bit distressing or something. But even that is highly unlikely to be that bad, because it's followed by the Page of Cups, and we've got the Queen of Wands tying it all together. So, really, there you go, Libra. That is what we're seeing here. A very good and exciting month is ahead for you. I'm really not seeing very much to worry about at all. So, take that leap of faith, use your creativity and imagination, and remember to summon the courage within you to do whatever it is that you feel called to do. That is what the Queen of Wands is advising you, encouraging you to do this month. So, this has been a tarot forecast for the sign of Libra for the month of October 2017 from Poetic Heretic. Don't forget to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. Also, happy birthday, Libra, and thanks for watching.